Ooh, Jess, I don't think they're ready for this.
Oh, they're definitely not ready for this.
Welcome to Witches Wild. Well, hello, you beautiful witches. Welcome in to another episode. Flying solo again. All right. Actually had a killer episode that I recorded a while back that it's Control-Alt-Delete. And it really dives in. Think of this as like almost shadow work for you all, which is to Jess and I is one of the most important parts of being a witch. Diving down deep in yourself, go into the darkness. Hey, you might even have your girl Hecate coming down with you. And really befriending those parts of us that like everybody says, oh, we got to get over, we got to do this and all that. When really it's our shadow self is our friend. And one of the things that in my coaching, I always love to take people down deep and find out what programming they're running on. Because most of us, when we were born till the 7, we literally got downloaded with viruses, all right? A lot of programs that run our life now that we've never really sat down and addressed, it tends to be the driver's seat, and we don't really know it. And unless we sit down and we're like, why do I believe this? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? Ooh, but when it comes to witchcraft, it really is a phenomenal way to get rid of the clutter of all the stuff that's going on and see what's yours and what's not. But then when you do that, something happens where you can unlock deeper magic for yourself. So you are going to see and hear a beautiful episode that's talking all about Control-Alt-Delete, because sometimes we gotta McAfee our shit. And no, this episode's not sponsored. So take a listen. You're going to love it. And then after this, take this lesson and really apply it. Do it. Sit down with it. And then just maybe, your magic might get a little stronger, because then you're working on programming that's yours and not everybody else's viruses. Enjoy, my darlings.
It's the T with Auric B. Now tune in. Woo! Come on now. Let's go.
Well, hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to the Tea with Auric B, my darlings. Oh, I hope your week has started off great. Before we dive into this Tea Time Tuesday, honey. Oh, yes. My day was pretty fabulous. I just wrapped up my very first Aesthetic Alchemy cohort. We did a closing ritual today. It was incredible to hear the feedback of how this program is changing people's lives and their businesses. And it's just, it makes me so happy, like, to know that I'm finally doing what I need to be doing. Yeah. And that just felt, it like lit my soul up. Like, one of them was just like, to see her nervous system be completely, she was like, you've helped calm my nervous system. And then she let us know that she was pregnant, and she has went through a bunch of miscarriages. And like the fact that like she feels that her nervous system is calm and from a place calm, she was like, this program might have been what's making me allowed to have a baby. I lost it. I could barely hold it together. I couldn't even really speak. I was like, oh my God. That was just, it meant the world to me. And just to see the transformation of how they started before this program, which if you're not familiar with it, it's my 8-week mentorship in the aesthetic space, whether you're injector, esthetician, wellness, business, whatever it is. I help you basically get back to a business that is built upon yours, tear down all the bullshit, and help you get out of burnout and get to a place of alignment so you can actually design a business and a life to help you thrive. And a lot of that's so different than regular coaching. It doesn't matter your business strategy if your nervous system is shot. And so I teach human design and a different way of doing things and all that. So it's very much kind of my soul mission, especially kind of like my legacy work in the aesthetics industry, I guess. It was a way that I could still do it. I went from talks to soul talks and to help people like get out of burnout, because God knows I've been there. So to be able to help them and see them like get it, and they're like, whoa, there's a different way of doing things. I'm like, yeah. And at the same time, like the tools and tricks of like a blueprint to get a 8-figure med spa or an aesthetics clinic is also good too. But to do it from a place of alignment and to help people through, oh, it's so good. And then we did a closing ritual today, helped them like do a burning ritual, which is deliciousness. And if you're not following along with me, I've got my community, House of Alchemy. Go find it. You go to my socials. They'll be linking all this stuff on YouTube. So make sure you're going there and join the community. It's kind of pay what you can. So different tiers. I'll have the suggested one, but you pay what you can on that end. And I will be doing those live and a lot more, teaching you guys all the things to reset the nervous system and laughing and having fun while we do it and all that good stuff. So that was my day today. It was deliciousness. Yeah. But today's topic is a really cool one. It's something that I was like, I learned a while ago, and I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this because it's so important. And it's about time I wake you up to the softwares and or viruses that are running your life. Oh yes, that's what we're talking about today. And how they're probably not yours, and they're not your fault that you have them. But it is your responsibility to wake up, realize that they may not be your own, that you was programmed with them, and to control, alt, delete, McAfee, virus protection, that shit. No, this is not sponsored by them. And get some new programming. All right, are we ready to talk about it? That's what I thought. It's not hot tea today. It's still, like, it's fall season, but it's still asshole Satan's taint hot in Tennessee. I can't deal with it. I'm like, It's got to go. Today I'm doing an iced strawberry peach tea. I love tea, literally. Yeah. I was thinking about changing the name completely, like getting away from the tea thing, but I was like, bitch, who you talking about? Like, you still love tea. You still spill the tea. Here you go. So the tea, whether it be, it is. So let's talk about this. So your brain, all right? I'm going to blow your minds a little bit. So your brain is pretty much a computer system, okay? It's like your software. It's literally what is guiding everything in your body, all right? And it's mind-blowing. They understand like a minuscule amount about the brain and what it can do. And as humans, we've literally like barely tapped in. I think it's like we only use like 5% of our brain, which is absolutely wild. Most of America uses probably 0.001% of it. Just watch social media these days. But your brain is like a computer, all right? And it's kind of like, unless you know it or not, like it's pre-installed. So like when you go buy a Mac, I love Mac, okay? And when you get a Mac, you turn it on, that beautiful sound, and it's like nothing better than starting up your new products. But the thing is it comes with pre-programmed softwares on it, all right? There's like the calculator, the calendar, the messenger app, all those things. Your phone, iPad, MacBook, Mac, whatever it is. It comes with pre-installed software. And you're kind of the same way. Your brain, up until the age of 7, you are observers. Like the programs aren't yours. It's the programs that Apple gives you, aka your parents, all right? 0 to 7, you are little sponges. Literally, like we are literally soaking up every single thing around us, all right? We are watching what our parents do, what our siblings do. We are literally observing everything. We are literally a product of our environment. And that is our pre-programmed software, which is not our own, okay? So from 0 to 7, we're being basically programmed. We're being downloaded and uploaded with all of this software that isn't our own, okay? And here's the thing. I don't care how much you love your parents. Most of this shit, some of it, but a lot of people, most of this shit, it's viruses. It ain't good programming, honey. No, it is not. Look around and you will just see it. A lot, because here's the thing. Your parents, although, let's see if this resonates. We always think that our parents, oh my God, the God complex, like they can do no wrong. Oh my God, like they're perfect. Like they know all, okay? They don't. And they are human just like we are. But we put them the parent complex like they are like these infallible human beings, and they're not. They have parents just like we have parents that program them. And they have parents that program them, and so forth and so on. And a lot of people never realize that they are running on programs from like the ancient times. Okay. Yeah. Some of y'all Republicans look out there, look at it. Like, they think that women belong in the kitchen. Like, might want to get rid of that virus, bitch. So, okay. And screw it. If you're a Republican, good for you. If you're a Democrat, I don't like you either. They're both fucking terrible. Okay. I hate politics. The system's corrupt. There you go. So don't come at me because I called you out and your party out. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. So most of these programs are viruses. And a part of my big thing that woke me up was like a lot of the programming that I didn't realize I was running on that was not my own. So you become 7 years old and you're pre-programmed with all this stuff. That's like when you look around and you see like these young influential people that are like 10. And I saw a video the other day. It was absolutely disgusting. I think he was like probably 10 or 11 on social media, had wrote a song about like how gays are an abomination. We're going to go to hell and that you should kill us. Like you should kill them. They should be beheaded, hung, whatever it is. It's this like 10 or 11-year-old with his father singing this song. It was abso-fucking-lutely disgusting. But here's the thing. That ain't the child's fault. That is a program that child was uploaded with via that shitty-ass father. That literally, I hope he gets literally ass fucked by the hottest curling irons known to man over and over again for the rest of his life. We tend to be like, oh my God, but it's not the kid's fault. When you see like homophobia, that's raised. Racism, that's raised. Sexism, that's raised. It's these children growing up in environments and they're just literally being downloaded from 0 to 7 with all these programs that they see about gay people, black people, people of color, women, all this. I remember one time I was young, and I'm pretty sure, and Mom, if you're listening to this, sorry, but we're going to air dirty laundry this season. I remember her boycotting Procter & Gamble, and I was younger, and I didn't really understand. I was like, why can't we? She was like, well, we can't buy that laundry soap anymore. I was like, why? And she goes, oh, they support the homosexuals, those gays. And I was just like, but I kind of knew I kind of didn't like girls. And then I was like, oh, and I realized she was probably doing that to scare me. But that's a program at the first. I was like, okay, gay is bad. We don't like gay people. That's wrong. We can't support things that like gay people. Okay? There's programming throughout everything as a kid. So when you look around and you see like it's rooted in programming. Yeah, all of us. All right. 7 onward, after that is you go function in this world with those programs. All right. And as you get older, you kind of start to figure out like what's actually yours and what's not. And a lot of people still stay asleep to that. Like, I know for me, I started to feel what was right and what was wrong. And so, like, for example, like one of my best friends that I wanted to be best friends with in high school, Krishanda, I love you, girl. I remember, like, I drove her somewhere one time, and I remember, like, being, like, told, you cannot have her in the car. You just can't have her in the car. What do you mean I can't have her in the car? You just can't have her in your car. You can't take her anywhere. But I could take my other friends. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Well, okay, I got to follow their rules. So I'm sorry. You can't be in my car. Yeah, and it was like I'm just doing what I was told because, hello, I'm a minor and I have to follow the rules. But I remember feeling like something was in QR. In nursing where we're like, in QR, that's not quite right. I was like, this just feels inherently wrong. I remember being raised in a church where we were taught to see color, where my sister was ostracized for dating outside of her race. Literally like kicked out of the house. And might talk about that on another podcast. About aired some really, really dirty laundry. I promised myself I'm not going to be filtered. Yeah, okay. Was forced to do some medical things to not have a biracial child. I'll just say that. And But having a white child, totally fine. And it was like, I was like, okay. But rooted, the church would be like, it's rooted. And my parents were like, the Bible says, like, we're not supposed to mix races. And I'm like, what, huh? I'm like, okay. I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense. Just like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John doesn't make sense, bitch. They weren't white. You know what's not in the Bible? White people. So it was but it felt wrong, but like I had to go along with it. So I'm sure at this point you can relate. Yeah, I had some programming. You might have woke up to some of it, like things that you're being told, whether by your parents or by religion or school, whatever it is. You were indoctrinated to believe certain ways. And then, but from your parents, most of it come from your parents. And then at 7, you start going through life, and as you develop, you start to feel like what is right and what's wrong. Sadly, a lot of us never get out of that. I, thankfully, was one of them that did. I just knew inherently, like, this is not wrong. Like, the same Jesus used, like, we literally teach, what was it? Jesus loves the little children, all the little children of the world. They are red, yellow, black, and white. They are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. That was a song we literally grew up in church singing, like singing in front of everybody. They were taught us. But I can't associate with black people. And living in East Tennessee, you don't realize that's racism. Like, as a young age, because that's what you were near. And like, I think I didn't go to school with a person of color until I think middle school. And so like, you just believe what you're told. And then it's in church. So of course that's the word of God. You can't question that. But later on, a lot of people don't wake up to that or don't really realize, oh, this is literally not fucking accurate. But those who do realize, wow, like that's not right. And I remember getting out and going to Vanderbilt and being able to think for my own, and especially like growing up, like I was like, all this stuff. A lot of these programs makes you feel better about yourself. Being gay and like the religious trauma I had to go through with that. I'll end up talking about that on another episode, but it was like, it does some fucking damage to you. So for me to go through and be like, to be able to get out of East Tennessee and get to Vanderbilt and get around so many different cultures and just be like, wow, I realized that a lot of my beliefs and a lot of the programs was not my own, which allowed me the chance to form my own. All right. A lot of the programming we have, y'all, are fucking viruses. Racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, all of completely viruses. But here's the thing. 95% of what we do as adults, 95% of what we do as adults are ran through this programming. And if you don't change it, 95% of your adult life is literally ran by it. It's your subconscious, all right? 5% we are conscious of. Yeah, scary statistics when a lot of our programming is bullshit. When a lot of us still believe in this and the other, but it's just not just even like that. We're talking about programming when you hear 0 to 7 and even like a little bit later on, like, oh, money's hard to make. Oh, money doesn't grow on trees. Oh, you got to work hard. Oh, you got to go to school. You got to get a college degree and you got to get married right outside and have a kid, because if not, you're not doing your womanly duties. And get the White House and picket fence. Like all of these things. If you had a mother that had to like work her ass off and all this stuff, that where money was difficult, money was hard, you probably have some money programming that's preventing you from actually getting money and advancing past a certain amount. If you had to grow up in an abusive family, like you probably have some programming, maybe a mother that stayed way past that what she should is like, oh, this is what you tolerate. Oh, mom's getting hit. Okay, I guess that's okay. Okay, I guess that's what I should tolerate. That's some programming for her later on in life, or him, to get in an abusive relationship and be like, well, I guess this is what it's deserved. That's shitty programming. So it's not just about like some of the human rights stuff. It's literally anything. All right. And it's not all bad. It's not all bad. I'll give it that. Like I loved like, Even though they weren't treating gay people the way they would treat others, like I learned some good, like treat others how you want to be treated. Like I gained a very good work ethic from my mother. Like she came from nothing and literally worked her ass off to raise 3 kids and made a better life for us. So there's good things that we learn too. Our job though, as we go through life, is to realize what's a virus and what's good. What is actually ours and what's not ours, and what do we need to get rid of and change? What do we need to antivirus McAfee up in this bitch and just Control Alt Delete and get rid of and redo? All right. So that's the thing. 95% of what you do in life is due to programming. Now, what programs are running your life? Do you want the program of like, oh, money's really difficult, oh, you're not worthy enough, all that stuff running your life? No, of course we don't. But we don't realize that 95% of our life are already ran through these programs. Yeah, so I'm here to disrupt you and wake you up a little bit so then you can transform it and then start to thrive. All right? The thing that you have to do is you have to realize after this, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to sit down after listening to this, and I want you to think, oh, it's 444. Hey, go ahead. I want you to sit down and be like, oh, fuck. I probably jarred you a little bit. Be like, what is actually mine and what's not? And be like, think back to 0 to 7. Think back to your childhood and what are beliefs of your parents that you still carry that are good? And what are beliefs of your parents or teachers or religious figures or your peers in school? Like, what are you carrying that's not serving you anymore? What's hindering you? What's cock blocking you, honey? All right. And then that's when you become aware of it. That's why waking up to this shit is so important. Then you can actually do something about it. You can actually get a program that's actually going to help you in life instead of keep on hindering you in life. Unless you're a shitty human being that's still okay with being homophobic, then fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to wake up and realize, and even if you right now are homophobic, ask yourself, why are you homophobic? Why are you so fucking scared of gay people? Like, I don't get it. Like, America, like, why are you so scared? Like, the only people that should be scared are the wives out there because we're going to steal your man in the YMCA locker room, honey. Because if you ain't going to suck dick, a gay man is. Another podcast later on that one. But like, why are you fearing us? Why are you so homophobic? Severe homophobia is actually rooted in the fact they're studying this in science. It actually comes because they are actually part of the community. They are gay themselves. They are homosexual themselves. And then they shut it down so hard and they have to put up an armor against it and be so homophobic that they end up fearing and being so against the very thing that they are that they can't stand because it breaks their world up. Ooh, there's tea you can't handle. Bitch, I said what I said. If you severely homophobic, ask yourself why. Why are you so afraid of gay people? Well, it's a sin. Okay. Who told you that? Okay, well, it's in the Bible. Oh, okay, that's a podcast for a different story. There's lots of shit in that Bible. Oh, and do you realize that the Bible that you probably, the King James Version, do you realize that King James was a flaming homosexual king? You didn't know that? Oh, yeah, because you just listen to what you're told and don't think for yourself. Do your research. Well, they told me that in church. Who told you that in church? Well, the preacher told me that in church. Okay, well, that's a man giving you his opinion on this over-diluted book that you just believe. Okay, so why are you homophobic? Like, why are you racist? Why do you not like black people? Why do you not like people of color? Why are you transphobic? What are they doing to you for you to be so against it? And a lot of people aren't going to do that. A lot of people aren't going to wake up to it. They're not going to admit that they're wrong. They're not going to admit that they're programming shit. But I'm hoping that some of you will wake up that a lot of you have been programmed with programs from millennia ago, from ancestor after ancestor after ancestor after ancestor. Racism probably rooted in a lot of white people because not too long ago, their ancestors probably owned slaves. And that's been passed down and passed down and passed down. And nobody has stood the fuck up and said, whoa, is this a virus? Yes, it's a fucking virus. And it's your goddamn job to get rid of it and be a better, decent fucking human being. How's that for some tea? Okay. It's your job to sit down and see what programming is running your life. Is it limiting beliefs around money? Limiting beliefs around worth? Oh, this is all I deserve. Or, I guess, this is all there is. He's abusive, so I guess I have to take it. Like, what is running your life? Wake up to that and do the hard thing and be honest with yourself and be like, yeah, my life has been run by some programming that's not so healthy. That's a virus. And you know what? That's okay, because most of it's not your fault. But what is your fault is if you stay stuck and choose to still run on shitty program. Don't come at me if your life is still full of viruses. That's your fault, all right? It's not your fault what you were programmed with, but it is your fault if you don't choose to evolve and do better, okay? But a lot of us don't know that that's even a thing. So you've got your conscious mind and subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is what you're aware of, okay? Your subconscious mind, is things that you just automatically do, like walk, breathe, blink, all those things, okay? You can reprogram that. You can literally program that. How do you program the subconscious mind? You sit with yourself, meditate, sit in silence, stop doom scrolling. Sit with the uncomfortableness. Meditate, breath work. All of those wonderful things. Look it up. There's so many things that you can do to tap into the subconscious mind. And when you identify a virus, Control, Alt, Delete, and replace it with a new program that you want running your life. I am worthy of everything I desire. Money is easy to make. I do not have to hustle to make it. Life can be easy. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of a partner that's equal or more than me. I am worthy of starting the dream of it. Whatever it is, start programming yourself, and that takes daily practice. Okay? Sadly, we're not computers that you can just boom. But it is pretty quick. If you tap into, I'll tell you a trick. One really fast and easy way to tap into your subconscious. Brush your teeth with the opposite hand. You're going to be like, what? All of a sudden, that subconscious is boom. And then in the mirror, be like, I am worthy of everything I desire. I am beautiful. I am whatever it is. And you do that for 10 days straight, twice a day. You, in about 10 days, are going to have a brand new program. It's that easy. Okay? Wow. Oh, that tea was delicious today, y'all. All right. I am going to go get on the computer. You make sure you're running on good programming. All right? The tea, I told you it was going to be good today. Yeah. Check your software. McAfee that shit if you need it. If they're even around, I don't even know if it's around. All right? And give yourself some grace. It probably wasn't your fault. Okay? But it is your responsibility to be a better human being and not a bag of dicks. Well, that's what I got to say. I didn't realize I was going to get a mouthful of ice right then, but hey, girl, hey. Until next time, follow along, like, subscribe to the channel, share this podcast with all your friends. Let's spread the word so we can all elevate together. And remember, along the way, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. There's nothing to fix. You're a masterpiece just as you are. And I love you bunches. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you next time. And like I always say, there's the last drop of that tea, sweetie.